I believed my friend
was dying.
We would take care of all of her needs.
I lied about having muscular dystrophy and cancer. I bought a wheelchair.
You know, I feel like there's nothing quite better than watching people straight up lie. Maybe there is. People that lie that get completely called out and put on national TV. I mean, that's gotta be the best revenge, surely, right? Watching this video already just gives me the crazy TikTok vibes. You know, that kids of TikTok lying about their mental health and DID. This will probably be them in 20 years' time. Dr. Phil will probably not age, be the exact person, as I like to believe that Dr. Phil lives off this. Watching people embarrassing themselves on TV is like Dr. Phil's fountain of youth. He feeds off of this. It's great.
How dare you? I'm just absolutely disgusted.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life. As we watch this lady completely humiliate herself on national TV. But before we do that, Dr. Phil has something rather impressive that he wants to show you. One of Dr. Phil's many superpowers is the ability to catch any liar instantly.
Now, I'm pretty good at spotting liars. So we asked a couple of you before the show to think of 2 truths and 1 lie about yourselves. So I'm going to see if I can spot the lie. Is it you two? Everybody have a seat except you two. Look at me when you're talking to me.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy. You don't mess with Dr. Phil, guys. I'm just saying. When a man like Dr. Phil is talking to you, he deserves your undying attention at all times. This man's lucky to be alive, honestly. I don't know why he's laughing like that.
I was in a fencing competition in middle school. I took a hip-hop class in college, and I played professional badminton in Canada.
Okay, how long was the fencing class?
The fencing class was about 5 months.
How good were you in badminton?
I was okay. I probably got like 3rd or 4th place.
That's a lie.
Okay.
Is that a lie?
Yes, that was a lie.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Does Dr. Phil have like a built-in AI system in his brain? Lying. Dr. Phil must destroy. No hesitation. Lie. The guy like didn't even get out any words, he breathed. Lie. Anyway, we're getting distracted.
Sarah was introduced to me as a young woman that was battling breast cancer. Reached out to me on social media and told me that her treatment was no longer working. I was incredibly touched.
Sarah told my wife that she was actually being stalked and being threatened by this girl
who had extreme affection for her husband, James. That she knew how to make Sarah's death look like an accident and hide a body. Sarah must have messaged.
Yeah, same. Just wait it out. Surely, right, if she was telling the truth. Also, too bad she wasn't trying to become friends with Dr. Phil. I feel like my man would have
told me that she had a blood transfusion.
That's a lie.
What a weird thing to lie about, right? I feel like there's ways on going about trying to make friends. I feel like there's a few steps you could probably try first before making a Facebook account and reaching out to people, telling them that you have terminal cancer and that you're going to be dying soon. No, is that just me, or I'm sure you guys probably agree? There's a few steps that I feel like she probably missed in between there that I could probably think of to obtain a friendship.
100 times. The stalker had followed her to the gym, to the supermarket, was driving in front of her home. The stalker has a gun. She's chasing me. I said, just run, hide.
I've got a friend that's in law enforcement, and he was able to confirm that this never happened.
She really be living on the edge, right? I feel like you probably could have not gone with that story. That was a little bit unnecessary, right? You've already obtained their friendship. I don't know why now you're trying to claim that you're in a shootout. Also, if you're in a shootout, who has time to just whip out your phone and start messaging people? Are you kidding me? Like, hey guys, I know there's a shooter on me, but what? I need to record this. How? Wait, let me go on Instagram. Where's the boomerang filter? Let me just... This is gonna make for an epic story, guys.
Came across a record where Sarah had lost her nursing license in the state of Virginia because she was faking pregnancies. The first thing I said to Sarah, I said, James isn't true. He doesn't exist.
And she said no.
And I said, Bindi doesn't exist, does she?
And she said no.
And I said, the shooting certainly never happened. And
Wait. I can probably guess. I can probably guess what she said to this. She said yes. She said yes.
of course she said no.
Damn it!
Then I asked her, is the cancer real?
I said, do you have breast cancer? And she said, I do.
There are more people that do this kind of thing than you can imagine.
One thing that she did that I found particularly distressing was she would adopt the stories of other survivors in the organization. So there was...
Isn't that like just extremely creepy? Like while watching these videos, I know there's like psychopathic tendencies out there where people like to lie. They get a high from it. Also, they get the benefits of these people, right? Helping them out and trying to financially support them in ways maybe they were unable to do themselves, like go on boat trips, cycle trips. But like how common this is actually is pretty scary. And watching those TikToks, even of the kids like lying and doing this and praying for a whole different reason maybe, to get fame, followers, likes, and subscribers on like TikTok. It's really not that much different if you ask me. And adopting people's stories that people have had this is extremely worrying. I know we had that famous person on TikTok a few months ago that just completely faked having Tourette's, and she accumulated something like 600,000 followers before she finally got found out. Obviously, the internet's a great place to actually find friends, and I've definitely met some great people. But it really is like a double-edged sword where there's also people like this that are out there as well. But then having said that, I find that they easily get sussed out as well from people doing their research, and it's great that it gets put on TV, right, for other people to spot the signs of people faking this kind of stuff.
Said that she had just really chemotherapy, very aggressive, and that she had to have blood transfusions.
You know, I'm now looking at everybody and saying, are you real? Do I believe you? Is what I second guess myself. You know,
could you imagine what kind of like anxiety this probably puts onto people like this as well? Like, I'm sure everybody watching this video, or at least 70% of people that are watching this, have probably had something stolen from them, or almost been in part of a scam. I know I've recently just moved to Canada, but before that I was trying to sell stuff, and I had someone literally come to my flat trying to scam me, being about trying to buy something off me, saying that the money's gone through, that he's a man of God, I should just let him take the item that I was trying to sell to him and the money will be in the account in no time at all. Obviously, your boy said no. That sounds a bit more obvious than this. Oh, yeah, okay, well, nice one. But having said that, I didn't even get scammed for that. But yeah, now that's happened. I'm always like second guessing if people are being honest. Every time I'm about to sell something on Facebook Marketplace, I always think about that. Like it does, it changes your way and your perception on people. Even like little things, I've had my bike stolen. And so every time I'm on my bike now and people look at my bike for too long, it makes me wonder like, are you trying to steal this? It makes you really think differently about, let alone something like this. I don't know how long this was going on for, but imagine if you had this experience where it was for a few months and she's not gonna get any of her money back. Or even worse, any of the time that she spent with this person. And worst of all, I don't think people like this can even get jail time. How do you even take someone to court about this or like arrest someone? Like, is there even a process for that? I doubt it. So for my bad experiences being up to like half an hour or something, right, talking to the person that was trying to scam me, let alone this, like I said, lasting months, of course she's probably going to be thinking about this now. And that's incredibly sad, because if there's someone maybe in the future that is generally going through this person now isn't probably going to want to help them as much. That's sad for a few reasons. Like obviously it turns a nice person who is originally wanting to help people like this not probably going to do something like that in the future, right? It's embarrassing more than anything. Like, how do you tell your friends that you got fooled by this? Because that's another thing as well. I find when you say these stories out loud and you start talking about it, then obviously it makes it way more obvious that it was either a scam or you're getting tricked, right? But in the moment, people can be very convincing and it's hard to really tell the difference.
I consider one of my good qualities is that I want to help, and I don't know if I want to do anymore. Like, she's robbed me of the one joy in my life, and that was helping other people.
Now, this is a video message Sarah sent to Liz after claiming she saw her stalker at the gym.
I'm not gonna let her take this away from me. I'm bigger than that.
Yeah, I Guys, why do some jokes just write themselves? Huh? I can see that. I can see that you're bigger than that. What a weird video with the filter and the lighting and everything. Obviously, watching this back, I'm sure there's a few things a bit obvious. If you had a stalker beside you, you're not just going to whip out your camera and start sending a Snapchat. Yeah, guys, I'm bigger than that. I'm staying. Oh my god, I actually already hate this person.
What did you think about this? I mean, because at this point, your protective juices start kicking in.
Excuse me, what?
Okay, I didn't like it. You know, Dr. Phil, there's really some phrases that you say that really bother me more than the people that have done the scamming in this video. Guys, now, I know I talked about being scammed, but obviously I avoided that because my protective juices saved me. If it wasn't for my protective juices, I don't know what would have happened, honestly. Every day I thank the Lord and Savior himself for my protective juices.
Your protective juices start kicking in because now this is a stalker. We're talking about threats to safety, and she's talking to your wife 100 times a day.
I also had developed a relationship online with her husband.
Yeah, because there were messages between the two of you because you're trying to do your part and support with him. I'm doing everything I can possibly think of to make her happy, but I can't compete with you guys in Florida. Imaginary him is guilt-inducing you guys for supporting her.
That's pretty backward, right? Like, I feel like people probably get, is it the fact that she gets a kick out of making these people not only feel bad? I don't really understand the motive here. I feel like for a lot of these people, it's the getting the free stuff, right? But that honestly makes no sense to me. It's like I said, maybe she just generally gets a kick out of making people feel generally bad as well while trying to help, which is a very weird spanner to throw into the works, right?
Pretty bad. There was one weekend that she wanted to come visit us, and I said, you know, you really got to stay home. You've been leaving your husband for 3 weeks in a row now, and he's been supporting you. You need to spend some time with him.
You still are talking about him and them almost as though he's real.
That he was.
Right. Sarah, after me, gun, and you say, you're safe. Cops are on it now. What? Phone 1%. Their phone's dying, right? My phone's dying, so I'm getting ready to leave you twisting here. I want drama. My phone's dying, I'm down to 1%. She's chasing me, there's a gun.
After this incident, I told her, I said, my gosh, I am so drained, I'm exhausted. You called me at that moment. I said, I felt responsible for the outcome of your life. And then she played that for the next 2-3 days.
That was crazy. The person got like an AC 130 and everything. They were like a 30 kill streak. Nearly got the tactical nuke, to be honest with you. I mean, saying like 7 people were injured, no wonder they looked this up on like the police report, right? To check if this was real or not. Something like that big in a small town, I'm guessing, where she's from, absolutely is going to show up on the police record. I feel like a lot of these people just get so greedy in their stories and trying to push it so much to get more and more emotional and financial support out of these people that they just go way too far beyond what is just even normal at that point, right? I feel like the starting story saying that she has cancer and not long to live and all this, yeah, absolutely it's believable. I feel like a lot of people would be fooled by that, but no wonder they sussed her out. 7 people were injured. I was shot and grazed by a bullet. Even being shot and grazed by even if that was the one thing, what would be the actual chances of that? Surely being grazed by a bullet would be actually harder and more rare than actually being just straight up shot, right? I mean, the bullet had to have come that close that it grazed her. Also, 7 people were injured. Really? Congratulations. You played yourself.
Brian, was her undoing, right?
Yeah, that was...
Because now this is a newsworthy event.
Right.
So now you have the ability to objectively corroborate something.
Correct.
You had a friend shot to death.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So she puts herself in that situation, knowing that that is a relevant, raw situation with you.
Holy shit. This is honestly my first time watching this, right? So hearing that as well, on top of all the things that she's done so far, is generally shocking. Like, imagine playing on someone's heartstrings that much that you use a same scenario that has already made someone feel very strongly about an event similar to that. Like, that's actually insane. You know what? While watching a lot of this, I actually just kind of want to see her come out and just see what she's gonna say. So we're gonna do just that.
Her, I had stage 4 breast cancer. She was genuinely interested in me. I just had a really strong connection with her. Liz and Brian have like the perfect life. They own their own company with a boat right on the ocean. They kept trying to get James to come down to Florida, but obviously he couldn't do because he didn't exist.
People like this actually exist. Let that sink in for a second. This person is real. I feel like, you know, when you're playing Sims and you just give them all the absolute worst traits you possibly can and you create the most awful awful sim. This is that woman. This is that awful sim that we made back when we were kids. Something that I can't help but notice as well while she's saying a lot of this stuff is just the fact that she's quite literally just smiling and having a great time. It's like one of those weird people that wanted to almost get caught, right? I lied. We were great friends. I feel like we had a really strong connection. What? Are you kidding me? This is some NPC behavior, guys. I don't like where this is going.
From the James situation, by creating a stalker, maybe that would get them off that tangent. Well, I definitely got out of control.
You reckon, dear? Now, guys, I wanted them to get off the James scent. So I made up a fake shooting event. Pretty clever, right? No, not really.
Ultimately, do or die for me. If I can't stop, it's gonna wreck my life.
Bethany, you've never seen her actually walk or be able-bodied. Are you guys ready to see the real Sarah?
Real Sarah is him.
Let's find out. Let's bring Sarah out now.
Okay, but hear me out, guys. What would you do if she just came running on all fours? The real Sarah's just like some Resident Evil fucking abomination. I mean, she basically is. She has the personality of that, but what convinces people like this also to go on like Dr. Phil? I know a lot of these people love attention. Maybe that's really the defining factor, right? Oh, I know I'm probably going to be hated, but I'm going to be on Dr. Phil, so that's going to be sick. Maybe I'll be the next Catch Me Outside girl.
Sarah, Dr. Phil, have a seat. You've been listening to everything we've been talking about.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to these folks?
That I'm extremely sorry for what I did. I didn't...
It's awful. It's all fucking awful! It's all of it, all of it!
It was such a compulsion that I couldn't control.
Sarah, it's way more than a compulsion. I mean, even just on that video, and much more sick than just an addiction to lying.
I don't even believe a word you're saying.
Pretty understandable, right? Also, the audacity of this woman just to come out and be like, yeah, guys, you know what? Really had some time to think about this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fuck. What did you expect them to be like? Oh, you know what? She was pretty bad. Okay, so get it twisted. She's apologized. I think we should just turn over this book and just turn over a new leaf. Like, what? You just ruined these people's lives. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. What can I say? I'm sorry. I've apologized. It's history. Come on, let's not bring it back up.
We wanted to give you 500% of that experience, and you took that away from all those other campers as well. It's not even just about us.
That's something I was exactly gonna say. It's not even the fact that how selfish you were with these people, but let that sink in as well, right? She also took that away from other campers that actually had cancer and probably aren't with us anymore by the time this aired, just for her to have a good time and say, I've never done this before. When after a long day of doing this, she's completely fine, right? She has no illness, nothing like that. Also, again, I'm pretty blown away by this. Guys, I know the cancer thing was pretty bad, I know, but come on, my love for you was real. It was. There's no denying it, guys. Like, that's gonna fix anything, right? Like, holy shit, this is a pretty terrible person. I like to think that Satan down in hell is looking up being like, that's pretty fucked up. Even for me, that's pretty bad.
How dare you? Our young friend on the West Coast that is battling stage 4 breast cancer, how dare you trivialize her disease and her illness that she struggles for her life every day? How dare you do that to her?
I mean, I feel like the things that I did say to you guys was genuinely friendship material.
Even though that like may have been the case, I feel like building like a concrete friendship on the basis that you have cancer kind of takes that all away, surely. It kind of ruins the rest of what you've just created beyond that, right? Like the foundation of your friendship is just built on a complete and utter lie, which is crazy. Again, this has to be one of the most selfish people, and stuff like this is very common. And I think it's pretty scary to even see this type of stuff happening on TikTok now. I really see no different from the kids that are faking like DID or Tourette's or anything like that to this, right? Like just faking a complete illness for attention or money or people's like sympathy or affection has to be one of the lowest forms somebody could obtain.
Deviously manipulative?
Yes.
She had a friend shot and killed. So you manufacture somebody hunting you down with a gun, and then your phone dies, so you leave her in suspense. Manipulatively devious, is it not? You did that on purpose.
Yes. I didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted the attention.
Even if you have no emotion, which, trying to look past her dying eyes here, I don't think she has any emotion. In fact, I don't think she even has a soul at this point. But how can you say something like that? I just wanted the attention and not know that the consequences that were going to bring on that were also going to be things that were going to extremely hurt her. That is actually crazy to me. Now, believe it or not, we're actually only halfway through this video. There's actually a second part that this person uploaded, I think, where they talk more in depth on her past and what she did previously to this, because believe it or not, this isn't even the first time that she's lied to somebody. And going with the whole theme of this channel of people lying about their mental health, I feel like this is very interesting. So if this is something that you're interested in or would like to see a part 2, let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll have that uploaded for you guys in the next week or so. But anyway, boys and girls, let me know what your thoughts and opinion on this. Do you think she's justified in any of this whatsoever, or do you think someone like this should generally get jail time? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested to hear your opinion and thoughts on this. But anyway, boys and girls, I will see you hopefully in part 2. Goodbye, my children. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.